Ahoy.
Oh, I almost forgot. Ahoy.
Is that too much?
I'm sorry, but I can't tell if this is good lighting or not. I just kind of smacked the ring light in front of myself. Anyways, I want to do a little update video because I've not been depressed. I have been super happy, and I've been like obsessed with life. Honestly, to a point where I'm anxious because I'm like, I don't want anything to change literally at all. There are a few things that do stress me out. I've been really stressed recently. I feel like an asshole saying that though, you know? It's like, just manage your stress, right? Shut up about it and manage it. Throughout a lot of quarantine, I was really depressed. And to be honest, I didn't think that I was ever gonna not be like that. You know what I mean? I didn't have any sort of sense of hope, I guess, or like any thought that anything was gonna change. Even when everything opened back up, I just didn't see how anything was gonna get better because honestly, you know, the whole world could be open, but if you're a little closed off, if you're depressed, like what the hell does it matter? Regardless of where my mind was at or what my mindset was or anything, it's completely fucking different now. It wasn't I'm not gonna be like the gym, because I was doing the gym and eating right all through that. That hasn't changed. Where I placed my hope and my like love changed. I got my heart broke a lot in 2020, which I already talked about, and I'm so grateful for it because it's character building, man. And without those brutal heartbreaks, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing. And I'm doing what I love, and I'm working really hard at it. And I don't wake up and think about somebody, and I don't think about somebody all day, and I am not looking at my phone all the time, and I'm not worried about anyone or anything. I worry about myself, and I worry about my work. There is a catch to that, though. I now tied my self-worth I can't remember the word. I've now tied my self-worth to the outcome of these projects. And that is also dangerous. Also very dangerous. A big part of art is failure. And it's completely subjective. There's no level of perfection you can compare it to because you just get it to a point where you're like, okay. But so that kind of gave me a purpose. It's just something to like really live for and be excited about living for. I think before I wasn't making anything with my own hands. Do you know what I mean? The life of an actor, especially one in training, is if you're not a writer, you're not making anything. You're waiting for somebody to pick you to make their stuff. And the best actors and the ones who want it the most and the ones who've got a really solid group of people go out and make their own stuff, and then, you know, they're doing things. But when you're in your room by yourself and you're like halfway done with your training, making your own work is not appealing. YouTube videos for me are really fun, so I wanted to keep making those. But it's not my life's work, right? Like, these YouTube videos aren't like... YouTube for me has literally always just been fun. Who didn't want to be a vlogger when they were a kid? I don't know. I always wanted to make YouTube videos. I was making YouTube videos long before I ever posted one. Since it's now my job, and I'm very grateful for it because it gives me the opportunity to free up my time and create my own schedule, I do feel a lot more pressure. And now that I actually have people watching them who expect them, I also feel a lot of pressure because I care about you guys. Surprisingly enough. I bet you didn't think that was... But you didn't see that coming. You know, I just, at the end of the day, we don't know each other. Right? You don't really know me. I don't really know you. We say things on the internet. How much of it is true? I mean, I'm not ever lying, but I'm not actually recording every second of my life. The camera's on for like an hour, and in that day there was 12, and in that week there was 12 times 7. 84. There are definitely daily vloggers out there, but I'm like, even still, man, I'm just the most authentic person on the internet. I don't think that I know them. I can't. I think what it comes down to is we shouldn't, because it leads to a lot of disruption. I mean, think about the monster YouTubers that just fell, that got canceled, that disappointed us, that turned out to be something we didn't want to support or be influenced by. It's just weird, especially the fact that I'm reading this book, Sapiens. I'm still in the beginning stages of the book, okay? But we're going along the evolution of humans and culture and society and all that. And it's talking about how we domesticated wheat, when really it was wheat that domesticated us, because human beings used to be hunter-gatherers, and then we became farmers. While we could feed more people, it was a lot of fucking work. Farming itself, the wheat was annoying. It was temperamental. You had to take care of it. You had to be hunched over to be doing things that the human body literally wasn't made for. And then you couldn't move. Like, you couldn't leave. Humans didn't used to just settle down in one area and live there. They used to be constantly moving. But now that you had a crop and a farm you had to maintain, you couldn't go anywhere. Yeah, in a nutshell, in a 5-second nutshell, wheat domesticated humans, it seems. That's his take, at least. And it was awful. And villages and living in a community like that at first was terrible. And we think, oh, we just went from very primal to like better and better and better. We just kept getting more advanced and life just kept getting better because people started growing older and people had more food and blah, 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 blah. But people used to run and they used to be a part of the ecosystem. We used to be middle to the lower side of the food chain, and now we're at the tippy top, and we're so, I mean, I'm sat here with a camera recording what I'm saying through this microphone and a light just staring at me so that my skin is glowing. Just look at all the shit around me. This is just so bizarre, and so many people are so unhappy. And anyways, back to the agricultural revolution and whatnot. Society was advancing, but at first it was very painful, and it didn't make much sense. And now we do live in a really cool, cushy, advanced society with a lot of issues and a lot of positives. You can spin it either way. Glass is half full, glass is half empty. The point is, half the glass has water and the other half has air. I don't know, man. Where the hell did that tangent even come from? Oh, I guess I was just gonna relate that to, you know, these days. Working harder or doing things that you think are gonna make you happy, doing things that are supposed to be good at the expense of your life experience. I always think of life as a game that I chose to play, a game where I customize my avatar. Like, I was like, okay, let's try out being a female in an atomic family in California. You know, let's make her a Pisces. Let's make her, you know, this and that and the other thing. And I like to think of it as, this time when I went in, I wanted the best life. Or I thought these are going to be the optimal conditions. Like, I'm going to have the best life. So anytime I'm really super stressed out or like I can't handle what I've made my life into, or there's just something, like I go back to that. It's like, okay, if I put myself in this position and I equipped myself with the aspects I needed to handle it, let's do it. How am I going to fix this? How am I going to use this experience to better myself or move forward in some way? That's just one little fun thing I do. Sorry, I keep losing my train of thought. It's kind of late. All the way back to being an actor alone in your room, I started pouring myself into other projects. Things that I could do in here that really fed my soul. Things that I want to be accomplishing. Things that I want to be creating. One day I hope to share some of my projects. But for now, there's just works. There are works that keep me going. The works that gave me purpose. Now back to the ego. I saw the best TikTok. This guy said he tied his ego to being the best at everything or being good at everything or something. So whenever he would fail, he would just like quit or pretend it didn't happen or react really poorly because it would hurt his ego because he thought he was good at everything or whatever. So then he decided to tie his ego to actually being a good learner. And so now, every time he fails, it's a good thing. He takes it as a good thing because it's a chance for him to learn. He's run into something that he can now overcome and learn from and grow. Failure is just another outcome. And I thought, well, shit, I need to do that. All day today, I've been struggling. This video was actually going to be Detroit Become Human. I was on the phone with Sony for 2 hours, 1 hour on hold, and then 1 hour of no help at all. Because my gameplay, I'd be hitting record and it'd be not recording. So I did get really upset about it. I did get really stressed out about it. But then I remembered what this guy said. And I'm like, okay, you get to choose right now. What kind of person are you going to be? Are you going to be the one, I mean, is it nice? Is it fun to be so upset about how difficult this issue is to overcome? Do you enjoy being so stressed out and feeling like the world is ending and there's nothing you can do and you're just gonna throw in the towel? Because I fucking do not. And it's way easier to sit there and just be upset and just not do anything. But I remember what that guy said and I was like, okay, this is that moment. Look at this as your chance to be a good learner. So here we are. Life is a game, which means it's more fun to play when you have a goal. You can make it all about the goal, and you could work really hard and strategize and probably play it perfectly, or you can enjoy it and realize that it is a game and you're playing it with your friends and family. And yeah, the goal is there and you're gonna get there, but you're gonna enjoy it along the way. Either way is fine. I don't know how you play games, but I play them the strategy way, okay? I don't really enjoy a lot of games. Except for Settlers of Catan. That shit is good. On my run today, though, I got really sad. I was listening to this song that I love, but it's very emotional for me. Like, it gets my... If I can think about anything while I'm listening to this song and just get overwhelmed by it, you know? And recently, I've been really super stressed about moving. Because our friendly neighborhood Pancake is coming rapidly to an end. California is completely reopened, which is nuts and very scary, but it's also kind of cool. But yeah, this means my school's going back into session, so I will be leaving my family's my little bubble, my little California paradise. My easy living, rent-free, home-cooked meal, laundry in the house, dishwasher, sunshine, eternal sunshine, nice long runs, quietness. Anyways, I'm gonna be going back to New York City soon. Not to finish my degree, don't make me laugh. I'm going back to finish my acting training. But I'm really stressed about moving because moving to New York is no joke, okay? It's stressful shit. And the most stressful thing about it is how expensive it is. Fuck, my battery's gonna die. And I just got really sad because I was thinking about how everybody wants so much fucking money. All we ever want to do is improve ourselves and buy really expensive stuff that nobody else can buy so that we elevate our status somehow. And then with this elevated status, we sell things to people at the lower status, and companies just make their products more and more expensive and more unreachable, and people feel less and less worthy and they can't get it. And we all want it, but for some reason, when you have a really good product, you want to sell it as expensive as you possibly can, so you can make a whole bunch of money, not so that you can make more people happy. And I got really sad because it feels like a really selfish world we're living in. And I get it, because the more money you have, the safer you might feel. Because I'm stressing the fuck out at the thought of paying rent in New York. And I would love a shit fuck ton of money. But then I'd probably want a nicer apartment or something, you know? Maybe then it's a never ending cycle. So then I zoomed back in to my little bubble in my little life. And I said, this is good. Your friends and family, yourself, what you have at your fingertips, in front of you, not in your screen, not people that you don't know, people that you do know, people that you have yet to know. Books and stories, and create something, create a business, create videos, create a world, write a book, read a book. I don't know. It's about the experience, and we're always going to be chasing something we can't get, because that hope, that chase, that's always going to feel the best. But I don't want to be stressed out anymore, and I don't want to be sad and depressed again, because I'm doing pretty well. It's so funny because I was having such a hard time coming up with reasons to live, and now I never want to die. Like, ever. I'm actually anxious about it. Anxious as fuck. I don't want to die. That's so fucking funny that my battery died as I said that. You know what? Ordinarily, I'd probably film a lot more of this video and just keep rambling, but I'm gonna cut it right there because I've been making my videos too long anyways. You guys are tired of hearing me talk, aren't you? I have some fun videos planned. Not videos plural, just one. I have one fun video planned that is probably gonna take me a few weeks, so I'll see you then. Okay, bye.